WhiskyJason here, Whiskey Live Dublin, together with
Oisín Mulcahy
from
Clonakilty Distillery.
very, very good. So I was there last year at the distillery.
Very good.
There were rumors that you were coming.
Okay.
So that was very, very good. Now tell me, you've been there for a year.
Yeah, I'll be
How
here
was it?
next month. So yeah, it's been trial by fire, but we're getting there.
They threw you. Did you sink or swim?
I think I'm still here.
Yeah,
so
that's
it's a
good.
good sign.
Very good.
So, yeah, so I think it's been challenging. It's been great. I think the Clonakilty Distillery is the perfect size.
It is
for me.
Yeah.
It's manageable. I can do the blending and distilling.
Yep.
It's perfect.
Yep.
You know?
Very good. Tell us a little bit about your history. Where do you come from?
So I'm from Kerry, which is southwest coast of Ireland. Started my kind of distilling career in my hometown in Dingle, across the way. So I suppose I spent about 3 years there distilling, kind of learning the craft. Moved on then to another distillery that was up and running, not quite up and running at the time, but it gave me a really great kind of foundation in like commissioning a distillery. So literally the mechanical issues, the electrical issues, all the planning, the production planning that needs to go into it. So in many ways prepared me perfectly for taking on a kind of lead and head distiller role.
Right.
So yeah. So this is my first head distiller position, but definitely just it's incredible so far. Anyway.
Yep.
Having the actual hands on the product, getting my own imprint on things is perfect. So.
Now, I was talking to your boss, Michael. He said 5 years of age is what you're waiting for to release your first product. Do you agree, or would you have said it's ready already? Come on, let's do it.
To be perfectly honest with you, like certain tasks are ready.
Yeah.
It's just kind of, for me personally, single pot still is almost like 5 years the minimum.
Yep.
8 years is probably where you really start
Optimum.
to optimum. So what I'm hoping is we'll begin to release probably close to 5, and then with an average, pushing for an average of 7 to 8 year old. So yeah, I think what I'm tasting so far is very promising. We have some samples here that we're kind of telling to people, and like the consensus is pretty much that oh wow, that's promising, but ouch, that's sharp. But depending on how used to you are drinking young whiskey. So for me, I kind of don't feel the burn anymore. I kind of just see the potential.
Yeah,
you know?
sure. So the plan is single pot still. You have no single malt, or we're a little bit hidden away someplace in that warehouse?
No single malt as of yet.
Yes.
I don't know, watch the space, but as of now, we're single pot still distillery. So
that's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
It
really is kind of. I suppose I wouldn't call it a gamble, but it's essentially really just putting all your strength behind pot still as being the next thing in Irish whiskey. So, I mean, I wouldn't mind making a malt in the future, just as a sort of, I think it's an important part of the market. Everyone knows a single malt, whereas there's a big education piece on the Irish pot still thing. So I'm confident that once all these distilleries go on, all the other distilleries start releasing a single pot still, we start bringing the consumers along with us. You know?
It's a little bit of education, a little bit of a adventure for us as well.
Absolutely.
Because we know one single place that makes single pot still at the moment in all of Ireland.
And it's very challenging to compare your spirit.
And they start at 12.
Yeah, exactly. And well, I suppose now, I don't know what their most recent Jameson pot still
Okay,
might be,
true,
7 or 8.
Yes.
But that's essentially the market that we're trying to just carve out a little gap in. So it's a difficult one, but I think that with new emerging markets as well who are interested in those kind of premium products, I think we'll get there and maybe take people away from the malt a little bit and into something a bit more interesting.
Yeah. Now you have a lot of casks in your warehouse. So last year I visited the fields and the cliffs. I visited the warehouse. What's one of your favorite casks to play with?
Right now, I think we're kind of like investing big. Like sherry, in many ways, when you say sherry, it's almost like an overdone market. But sherry is so diverse that within the sherry industry or within the sherry umbrella, there's so much diversity. So, like what I'm really liking at the moment is some Amontillado and some Muscatel. So I brought 2 samples from samples that I just filled one-off casks just to see how it works. Other than that, I mean, I'm a big fan of rum. Rum is a safe bet. It's easy to get. Not all
But even
rums.
there's an umbrella of all the different types of rums. Yeah.
Exactly, and I kind of tend to, when I come across a distillery or a producer that I'm happy with, I will narrow in on that and just say I only want their cask in the future. So I've already kind of found a rum brand that I'm happy with that is consistent. So, so when it's right, it's right. When it's all wrong, obviously there's a big variability. But yeah, like rum, we've done a lot of cask finishes and export those. So my predecessor would have done a lot of Bordeaux cask finishes, which
I do remember seeing a lot of those casks.
There was a lot, and I'm kind of maybe phasing them out to some degree because just ex-wine casks have problems associated with them, sourcing them, getting them fresh, no sulfur, that kind of thing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I generally stay well away from them. Now we have caskman Sean at the moment who has the time at the moment to pop the heads off all our ex-wine casks, check them for sulfur. But as we grow, like we literally just don't have the time. We have to assume that they're good. So right now, I suppose the things I'm really experimenting with is the broad range of sherries everywhere, from your Finos to your Olorosos and whatever in between. I think oak is like virgin oak is something that, especially in our climate, everyone assumes that you put whiskey into virgin oak, it becomes a bourbon. It's like maybe only in a very hot climate.
Yeah, okay.
Here you get a really nice balance of flavour. So we filled it. I was happy to find a few 3-year-old virgins tucked away, which were amazing in comparison. You know, they weren't over oaked. They were really, really kind of mellow and they had a nice balance. So I think like a lot of times virgin oak is used as a blending tool.
Yeah, a spice.
Yeah, exactly, and colour and whatever else. I think as a finish, it's a beautiful finish.
Yep.
That's what I'm playing with.
Yeah, you do notice a little bit of his excitement, a little bit of the fire in his eyes here. There's a little bit of excitement. This is going to be magical stuff you're doing here, isn't it?
Well, it's perfect time for me to come in.
Yep.
I have mature liquid, and I have the free reign to explore it. I'm not coming into no, with the exception of these 3 here that are product ranges that I have to essentially match.
So, very briefly, you have here your Galley Head.
Yeah, Galley Head single
It's
malt.
available in America? Not yet.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Okay.
So it's
Europe, I
usually
know.
branded as a US single malt, so it's a different product.
Good. We have over here the Double Oak.
Yeah, that's our most popular.
And we have over here the Port Cask.
Yeah. So pretty much our double oak and port cask are blended whiskies.
Well, this did make it to the German market.
No?
Yeah, but different bottling.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
2 years ago.
These bottles are brand new as well, so they're our new bottles. You literally just, you couldn't even buy these in the shop. I don't even think they've hit the shop yet as the new branding. So.
Nice, very, very nice bottles there. Very, very good. So that means next year we get your inaugural release, 5-year-old single pot still.
Yeah.
Will that be wine? Will that be sherry? What will it be? Can you say, or are you still experimenting?
I'm still experimenting, so I haven't made any final decisions. I mean, I think where I'm thinking at the moment is it'll have some kind of homage to the sherry.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like that's obviously that first release is going to be testing the ground. So what we release, it's not going to be a hard. This is our core product for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
This is going to be just testing the ground and see what the consumer likes, see what I like, and take it from there.
All right.
You know, it'll take 3 to 5 years to evaluate the market, to evaluate what works, and then change the liquid and the cash policy to match that. So it's exciting because we're filling things that like a bit of everything to sample everything and see where things go. I'm optimistic.
I am too, very optimistic about the products of Clonakilty. We can visit you?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have a working distillery that we can visit?
Yeah, we're right in the middle of Clonakilty town centre.
Yep.
Can't really miss us. The stills are overlooking the town.
Yes. Used to be a bank, but now it's
put to better use as a distillery. But we do tours, especially in the summer now. We're pretty much 7 days a week doing tours. So it's a beautiful part of the world. Yep. So definitely anyone who's in Clonakilty should pay us a visit.
Well worth it. All right. Very good. So WhiskyJason here together with
Oisín Mulcahy.
And your title at the distillery is?
I'm head distiller and blender.
Blender and head distiller.
Wanker!
All the best. WhiskyJason here. Bye-bye.